So what's happening this week? We have a barrel roll desk from the mid 1800s, we think, and we have a multi-stack barristers bookcase that we're going to do. Pretty nice piece. It looks like it's probably been, if I had to guess, maybe kind of scrubbed down before. There's definitely hardly anything left of the original varnish on it. Looks like maybe the poles have been replaced down below. They could be original, but I don't know. I know all the brass pull knobs are original. And we are also going to be doing a piece in a special effect. We're not going to be stripping this piece. We are going to preserve what's left of the coating that's on there. And then we're going over top of it. And the special color that we want this week is this, which they usually refer to, they call it a strip pine. It's kind of a variation on a limed oak, actually. And well, we've got oak here to start with. That's a good thing. So we'll probably using some type of, we'll clear seal it, then go over it with a, probably a white background, a light white background color. And then we'll do a little hocus pocus with a little heavier white, probably rubbed in the grain. So yeah, that should turn out pretty good. That's it for right now. And of course, we're still continuing to put together our DIY, our do-it-yourselfer, some assembly required flat wall pie safe. Catch you later. Okay, back to our buffet that we're doing a special color on. We have this partially blocked out now with a reduced white lacquer based material, and we're headed toward this effect right here. So we need to get busy. You can see over here they have the drawers blocked out the same way with the white background, the door as well, and the mirror frame. So we're ready to start doing some glazing effects. See you later. So we're back again. We've done several layers of a whiting effect on here, and I think we got it to where we want it. We wanted it a little more, I don't know, almost driftwoody looking. This is over again, the sealed in quarter sawn white oak that had obviously been refinished before, because it tested out as a lacquer that was already on it, so that made our job a little bit easier. But not bad. It came out pretty much like I wanted it to. You have the base color of the oak itself, which influences the final effect. But again, I think we got it in the ballpark. Her original sample had more of a maize color to the wood, but it'll harmonize with this when it's in the room. Should look good. Thanks. Okay, so now we've got some finished stuff. We have the beautiful rocker, all quarter sawn white oak, solid as a rock. We had no repair on this at all. Great piece. Anytime you have quarter sawn lumbers, you've always got stronger pieces generally. And then next to it, we have our barristers bookcase. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And we elected to do something a little special with this. You can see the sides of it. We, after stripping, decided to sand this down somewhat, but not try to get out all of the original fumed oak look that was with this piece. Fumed oak, if you don't know about it, it's also called ammoniated oak. Back in the day, they couldn't get oak dark enough for most people, so what they did, after they manufactured stuff, they took it out to tents and hung furniture over vats of ammonia, and they ammoniated it. And that would bring out the tannic acids where the dark colors were down in the actual oak. that would bring them to the surface, and so you had self-staining pieces of furniture. So like I said, we left a little bit of traces of that down in the grain texture for kind of authenticity. Again, this piece had already been kind of messed up by some rubbing down or stripping down, so we weren't really trying to destroy any original coatings here. And then we have the BarrelDesk. Now this desk has been repaired, refinished. It's had a lot done to it over the years. We kind of took it back to what we think it might have looked like originally. We might be just a tad brighter in color. It's hard to tell. From old pictures I've seen from the 1800s, looking at the tonality of the pictures, what I normally see is I can see a light to dark. So we think they were offered in several finishes. What's cool about this, look at the inside of this thing. It's gorgeous. You have to excuse this, it's on a cart, so that's why it's a little tippy. We resurfaced this. Yeah, hang on, there we go. And I put a new composite leather surface on this, which we think looks a little more authentic. And this piece has been extensively rebuilt. I would say that area where the leather is being contained there, that slide out, has been rebuilt. I think the top drawer has been rebuilt, and I think the first drawer down under that has been rebuilt because and the top has been added. I think that because we see a different grain texture to it, and that grain texture is more like straight sawn white or red oak, so we think that's been changed. And if I had to guess, that probably occurred I would say maybe in the 1920s or so, because that's replacement hardware too that came at a later period. And this piece is really gorgeous, I gotta tell you. The colors in it are just phenomenal. If you're into light stuff, which I kind of still am, it's just really sharp looking desk. I would have this right in my house in a minute. So successful week, nice stuff, all of it.